Good afternoon, boys and girls. I am just going to go over our topic task for today. Now, I'm not sharing any new information with you. You have got a research task to complete today. So, World Explorers, let's see what we're getting up to. So our learning intention and success criteria for today, so to use the internet to identify various facts about different continents of the world. Now various, as you know, I've used this word lots of times, various just means lots of different facts, okay? And I can use a search engine to research facts, so we're going to use, you can use Google or something at home that you can find this information. And you never know, you might even have an encyclopedia, which is a book with lots of information, or an atlas, which has lots of maps in it. You never know. Okay, so you are going to do a bit of research today, and I'm just going to show you what it is. Now, I'll show you an example of the sheet in a minute, and then I'll tell you what each word means. So remember, we have 7 continents of the world. We have Europe, Asia, South America, North America, Antarctica, Australasia and Africa. Okay, so we are going to find little facts about each one. Now, I have taken a little screenshot of the grid that I want you to work with today, boys and girls. Now, you might not be able to fit your writing in there, okay? And that's alright. I'm going to send you this by assignments just so you can see it. You could just type in the facts, or you could write the facts down. Okay, so I'm going to go over each of these little things here to tell you what they are. So you see each continent is in a column by itself, and then the facts are in a row. So the columns go up and down and the rows go side by side. Now I'm going to explain some of these words, so don't worry. Okay, so key words today. Okay, the area. So the area is the size of land that a continent has. So a continent isn't just one country all the time, it's lots of different countries added up. So the size of land for each country will be added together to give you the area of the continent. Now we will be talking about area and things like that in maths as well. So the size of land the continent has, that's the area. Now the population is how many people live there. Now it's not just one country, it's for the full continent. So you need to find out how many people live in Europe, how many people live in Antarctica. So what's the population of each different continent, okay? Next part is the highest peak. So a peak is like a mountain, okay? So like Mount Everest, or in Scotland we have Ben Lomond as well, okay? So the highest peak is the name of and how high the largest mountain in the continent is, okay? So I want you to find for each continent the name of the highest peak and how high it is. Now you need to have, whether it's feet, whether it's kilometres, whether it's miles, you need to put them down what the measurement is, boys and girls, okay? So the highest peak, the name of it and how high it is. Now the longest river, okay, so you know a river is water and it's water that flows through. Okay, I want you to find where the longest river is. So what is the longest river in each continent? And maybe if you can write how long it is. Okay, so what is the longest river in each continent? Maybe you could write how long it is for a little bit of extra information, or you could write what country it's in that continent. Okay, the next part is the tallest waterfall, and that just is what it says, boys and girls. Which waterfall is the highest? Okay, so there's lots of different waterfalls in the world. I want you to see for each continent what the highest, what the one that goes up to the tallest height is, okay? Your next, last 3 keywords is the climate. What is the climate or climates of that continent? So a climate is a type of weather that a continent or a country has. So each country or continent have a different climate, okay? We're going to talk more about this as our topic goes on. We'll be talking about different climates, so there'll be like polar climates, things like that. Now we'll talk more about that as we go on, but I just want you to have a wee quick brief. What climate or climates does a specific continent have? Now the next one is, it does what it says on the tin as well, boys and girls. The largest country. What country is the biggest in each continent? Okay, So what's the biggest country in Europe? What's the biggest country in Asia? What's the biggest country in South America? Okay, that's what you're doing. You're going to write down what are the biggest countries. You don't have to write how big it is, just write its name. And then I want you to tell me an interesting fact about each continent. So you'll have a fact for Europe, Asia, South America, North America, Antarctica, Australasia, and Africa. So I want you to tell me one fact about each continent that maybe you thought was really interesting. Okay, now once you've done that, you'll submit it to assignments. Now I know we're just starting with assignments this week, so do not worry. Okay, I'm going to go on to the last slide and show you the last thing I want you to do. So the last thing I want you to do is I want you to choose one continent, just one, not two. Choose one of the 7 continents, okay, that you want to find more information about. Now, I'm not going to tell you what continent you're choosing. You have to choose it yourself. It's what you're interested in out of all these continents, okay? I then want you to write down questions that you would like to know about a country in there or a continent. It's up to you. Okay, I want you to write down the questions that you really want to find information about and that you really want to know about. So it might be what kind of food is in do they eat in one continent, or what, it might be a specific country. So for example, for Europe, you might want to write how many people live in Spain, or what is the schools like in Spain, or what are famous tourist attractions. Okay, so I want you to think about your questions and type them up or write them down for me. Okay, now if you have any questions about this, boys and girls, I want you to ask me on Teams or on email. Okay, so I actually can't wait to see all your research, and I can't wait to see your interesting facts. Actually, boys and girls, I think we're going to have quite a lot of interesting facts about this now. And with these questions, I want you to know what questions you want to ask. That's so that I can try and answer your questions with doing my own research as well. Okay, so good luck, and I can't wait to read all your answers on assignments. Good luck, boys and girls, and have fun.